welcome to another trip down memory lane. This month we are revisiting at, if you would rather say, my favorites from December 2016, 2 years ago to the month, and we're going to see if they're still around, and if they're not, what I have replaced my favorites with. And in the description box, I list everything, and it'll either say 2016 or 2018. If there's no number next to it, that means it was a favorite then, and it's still a favorite now. The first thing that wasn't in the description box was 2 years ago this month, Rowdy came home to us, and he was definitely the favorite of the month, and he still is. Well, I mean, I love all three of them, but Rowdy is definitely a special one in our house. And I was also favoriting back then Vlogadays, which is what I used to call it. Then I called it Vlogmas. Now I call it nothing because we are not doing it this year. And I had mentioned how much I enjoyed it. And as you should know by now, I am not currently doing Vlogmas this year, but there are lots of amazing creators on YouTube who are doing them. I will list some of my favorites in the description box below if you have some free time and you want to binge watch a few. And I ask you to also leave in the comments your favorite people to watch for Vlogmas as well. Okay, so let's get back to revisiting. As always, I have printed out my old description box and I'm just going to run through it. So the first three products are skincare products. The first one was the Colleen Rothschild Dual Enzyme Polish, which is right here, not the same jar. Almost done with this one too. Strangely enough, used it this morning. I use this dual enzyme polish once a week if I'm being good and remember. And if you're not familiar with this product, this is an exfoliator that's both physical and chemical in nature. Physical in that there are tiny little granules in here. By now I should know what they are. They're called microspheres. Don't know what they're made out of. But then this also has fruit enzymes and AHA in here. So it's very gentle. My skin is very sensitive, very reactive. What I like to do is once a week, after I wash my face, you apply this. I take an old Real Techniques like a flat foundation brush, and I dip it in. That's what I use to apply all my masks. Put it all over my face on a damp face, and then let it sit. I think it says 5 to 7 minutes, if I can remember correctly. 5 to 10 minutes. So what I tend to do is put it on, get in the shower, wash my body, do some other things, and then right before I wash my hair, rinse it off in the shower because I like to get it way up in my hairline and all down my neck, and the shower is the best place to get that off. And then get on with my day and follow up with my skincare. It really helps for exfoliation. It really helps for brightening, clarifying, all that good stuff. And like I said, never, ever have I had a reaction to it. And it is especially useful in the drier times of year, like winter, when you're running your heater or what have you, to get that dull, dry skin off your face. And then usually, I didn't do it today because I did it in the morning, I follow with the Extreme Recovery Cream, which was also a favorite back in December of 2016. This is very boring. It looks like white cream, which is what it is. Doesn't really have a scent. This is a very thick, rich emollient moisturizer. Not for everyone, but if you are experiencing particularly bad dry patches, dry skin, I say use this in the evening. Put it maybe only in the areas that you're seeing extreme dryness. A lot of times, especially in the winter or when I'm traveling, I will do my usual Colleen Rothschild cocktail of about half a pump of her face oil with a little dollop. By little dollop, I'll show you what I mean. That much. Mix it together in the palm of my hand and smear that all over my face, and you will wake up glowy and refreshed. Okay, another favorite from 2016 that I don't have actually was a skincare product that Shane was using, and it was the May Lindstrom Blue Cocoon Beauty Balm. He was using that to help with some acne that popped up in response to some of the big-time drugs, steroids he was taking back when he was first diagnosed with ulcerative colitis. And that worked really well for a little while. And over the last 2 years, he's gone through a variety of products, prescription strength, through doctors, not through doctors. The one thing, I swear this is crazy, the one thing that has worked for him, total clear skin, out of all the expensive options and all the drugs and the Curology and dermatologists, this cracks me up. This is the Clean and Clear Morning Burst Facial Cleanser. It's oil-free with bursting beads. Wakes you up, rinses clean with vitamin C and ginseng. Of all the things, this is what did it, this one product. And what's funny is I was in his locker room for the polish and pro that we used to do the night before a game, and I was putting one of these in his locker, and one of the moms next to me said, "Oh my gosh, that's what I use too." And she has the most perfect clear skin. So if you're looking for something, you've tried everything else, not sponsored, but of all the things, it's just, this is what did it. So next, another favorite was the Lorac Pro Metal Rose Gold Palette. It was limited edition. I have held onto mine. I love this palette. 2 years later, every single shade in here is still buttery to the touch and extremely pigmented. I am wearing rose gold with a little bit of the quartz patted on top just to tone it down just a little bit. It was limited edition. It is not available anymore, but Temptalia did a review on this and she listed dupes for all of these shades. So if you're interested and you don't already have this, go check out her review and that is linked below. 2016 favorite was the Makeup Forever Pro, what is this called? Pro Light Fusion Highlighter. This guy. This was sent to me and I loved it and then put it away because I tried something new, and in researching this video, I rediscovered how lovely it is. I'm wearing it right now, and like this is the more rose gold version that's marketed for fair skin, and they also sent me a full-on more burnished gold for more warm skin, deeper skin tones. These make great, obviously, I wouldn't say they're crazy out of this world highlight. I mean, this is not at the same level as like a champagne pop, but here's the gold one. But they are really nice. If you're looking for an everyday highlight, just a touch up from the Essence one, obviously these are not in the same price point, but these are definitely better for everyday wear, I'd say. They blend beautifully into the skin. Okay, now the favorite that's still a favorite specifically is, I'd say not are, is the Clinique Cheek Pop in the shade Heather Pop. This is a perennial fall winter favorite. It looks like a lot in the pan, I know. I'm wearing it right now. Clearly, you can add as much or as little. I will swatch it, but you won't see anything. Blushes never really swatch. Oh, yeah, it did, came out. But when you put it on your skin with a brush, and this is what I love about the Clinique Cheek Pops, there is a sheen, but not a shine. There's no glitter. It's not shimmery, but it comes up as a wash of color. And I personally like to compare it to the Charlotte Tilbury Cheek to Cheek blush, whatever it's called. That is extremely pigmented. And I have the lightest shade on that one. And it's still like a lot. I still have to go over it with a beauty sponge to take it down a little bit. This one, you're never going to get too heavy-handed with it. You're not going to look like a clown. So not just this particular shade in the Clinique Pop line, but all of the Cheek Pops are very user-friendly. So definitely a favorite. It doesn't have to be used only in the fall and winter, but because it has some more plummy, purpley undertones, it goes just really well with all the fall colors that we usually wear. This has been a favorite up until about 2 or 3 weeks ago. This is the Tarte Shape Tape, and I don't dislike it. Okay, I like it. I still like it. But it has been replaced in my arsenal. How I used to wear it was I'd do my MAC Prep and Prime and Radiant Rose first and then slap this on under my eye. I have gotten to a point in my life where a heavy-duty concealer like this is just too much under my eye. All my wrinkles show right through. So what I've been doing, and I didn't bring the other one around because it wasn't part of it, I have still put a brightener down, and then I go on top of it with this new concealer, new to me. It's the Lune and Aster Hydra Bright Concealer. This is the house brand of cosmetics from Blue Mercury. This was given to me. This is, as the name says, Hydra Bright, so much more hydrating, much more forgiving for more mature skin, dry skin, wrinkly skin, whatever your skin is on that side of the spectrum. Just the coverage is as good as the Tarte Shape Tape, but it's a little more hydrating and much lighter weight. It's not a heavy cream. Another concealer that was a favorite in 2016 that is still a favorite, and this is so sad. I am down to the nub because this concealer is $70, but this concealer is the second one. They last about a year, if not longer. This is the Clay Depot concealer. My shade is Ivory. It doesn't work for me on my under eyes. It's a stick concealer. Stick concealers in general are too heavy for me to wear under my eye, but their lightest shade is not light enough for me to brighten, but it does match my facial skin tone perfectly. So I just love, I'll take my finger, rub it on the top, and pat it on any stubborn spot that just needs a little extra coverage. This is a cult favorite, the Clay Depot. Yes, it is incredibly expensive. It is worth every penny. I have tried the Shiseido version of this, which owns Clé de Peau. It's too creamy. It falls right off. My skin didn't like it, but this is amazing. So if you are looking for a powerhouse concealer, this is your guy. This is also a great one to keep in your purse if you don't want to reach for it every day and go through it too quickly. This is a great one to touch up on the go because it's not liquid, so you can take it everywhere. A favorite back then, and it's still a favorite, I just don't have it right now, was the Lancome Grandiose Mascara. I still think Lancome mascaras are amazing, and that one is fabulous. But the two that I'm currently using and loving, one is on the high end and is what I'm wearing today. It's the Chanel La Volume Mascara. It's just hard to beat this. It's a fabulous mascara, and the older it gets, the better it is. And then a rediscovery of something I originally did not care for and now I love, and much more budget friendly, is the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise, which I'm not actually wearing at the moment, but I've been wearing it more days than not this month. A great, thick, voluminous, it's as the name implies, it's just a great mascara. And for me, my eye is watering right now. It doesn't smudge, it doesn't flake, it's fabulous. Then I don't know what I was thinking. Like, I honestly don't know why I like this. It was a liquid liner from L'Oreal, specifically the Voluminous Noir Liner. If you've watched my channel for any length of time, you know I don't do well with liquid eyeliners or brush tip or what have you. Like I mentioned, my eyes are watering. Cedar fever has started already in San Antonio. It's when they're actually mountain juniper trees, but we call them mountain cedar. I don't know why. They start blowing out their pollen. It usually happens closer to January, but whatever. And eyes water, nose runs. It's fun. If you don't have allergies, move to San Antonio, live here long enough, you will. If the cedar doesn't get you, the oak will. Anyway, but if you do like using a liquid eyeliner, this was sent to me a few months ago. It's the M Cosmetics Illustrative Eyeliner, the brush tip. It's a very nice, you can't really see it, but it's a very nice, you get a nice fine line. It's dark. I'm wearing it today. It's definitely user-friendly because I always mess it up. I did go back over it with some dark shadow just to soften it a little bit. My eyes are watering and it hasn't dripped down the side of my face yet, so I guess that's a good thing. But I'm just not a fan on me of liquid liner. I feel like my eyes are kind of small for my face as it is, and I feel like it just closes them off and it's a very harsh line. So, but if you like a liquid liner, you might want to try this one. And then the last favorite, which I'm so happy to tell you is still a favorite of mine and still available, are these earrings from Bauble Bar. These are the Pina stud earrings, and they're just fun. And what's really funny is I featured these 2 years ago, and I got a bunch of messages saying that wearing a pineapple earring but wearing it like twisted is an indication that you're open to some interesting sexual relationships with other people's spouses. So I was like, okay, we're just gonna make sure these are hanging straight. So those are still available. Bauble Bar has released a new version. It's this asymmetrical earring trend that I am not jumping on board. My philosophy is this: if you've lived through the trend the first time it came out and it's back, you don't need to be revisiting it. You were a pioneer the first time. Don't do it again. So they are selling a set of earrings, and I love you, Bauble Bar, but I'm not going for this, where they have actually a little bit cuter version of the pineapple, and then the other earring in the set is a palm tree, which is equally cute, I guess. But I don't want two different earrings. I want the same. So I'd have to buy two sets to get one, whatever. They still have these. I will link them below. So as always, thank you so much. I will have linked at the end of this the original video, as well as the whole playlist for all the Where Are They Nows. I really enjoy making these, and I really enjoy that you enjoy them as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.